It's been days since Flight 6 caught us all off guard with the booster's ocean landing when we were expecting it to return to the launch site and be caught by the Mechazilla arms. Everyone has been wondering about the exact reason behind this unexpected outcome, and now SpaceX has finally released an official statement explaining what happened. We'll cover all the details in this video. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel for future updates about Starship and SpaceX's other groundbreaking achievements. On November 19, 2024, SpaceX conducted its sixth test flight of the Starship vehicle, marking a significant milestone in the company's pursuit of fully reusable spacecraft. This mission was particularly notable, as both the Super Heavy booster B-13 and the Starship upper stage S-31 were intended to execute return maneuvers, a critical step toward achieving full reusability. However, the mission deviated from its original plan when the booster performed a controlled descent into the Gulf of Mexico instead of attempting a landing on the Mechazilla catch arms at the launch site. The launch took place at SpaceX's Starbase facility in Boca Chica, Texas. The Super Heavy booster, designated B-13, ignited its 33 Raptor engines, generating approximately 16 million pounds of thrust to propel the Starship system off the pad. The initial ascent was smooth, with the vehicle passing through max Q, the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure, without incident. Approximately 2 minutes and 41 seconds into the flight, the booster and the Starship upper stage successfully separated, marking a critical milestone in the mission. Post-separation, the mission plan called for B-13 to execute a controlled return to the launch site, where it would be caught by the Mechazilla arms. However, 4 minutes into the flight, SpaceX aborted the planned catch attempt due to the booster not meeting the criteria for a safe catch. Instead, B-13 was directed to perform a controlled splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. During the live broadcast, B-13 was observed executing a controlled descent, firing its engines to slow down and achieve a vertical landing in the water. The booster touched down gently on the ocean surface, demonstrating precise control during descent. However, shortly after landing, the booster exploded. Imagery from the event indicates that the upper portion of the booster sustained severe damage, while the lower section remained relatively intact and floated briefly before submerging. The booster didn't attempt the planned catch on the Mechazilla arms because of a communication issue with the launch tower. Initially, everything appeared to be going as planned. Shortly after the booster separated, SpaceX commentators announced that the tower was ready for the catch, and the booster's return flag was confirmed. However, about 2 minutes later, a call came in for a booster offshore divert, meaning the booster would no longer return to the launch site. Musk later explained on X that the tower's computer lost communication during the flight. Although the booster could have likely completed the catch successfully, SpaceX decided not to risk it. The team prioritized safety to avoid potential damage to the launch tower, which is critical for future missions. Post-launch images showed that the tower's top antenna, which handles communication and other functions, was bent. This damage was likely caused by the powerful exhaust from the booster's 33 Raptor engines during liftoff. The damaged antenna caused the loss of communication and ultimately triggered the abort. Following stage separation, the Starship upper stage continued its flight, achieving a significant milestone by reigniting its Raptor engines in space for the first time. S-31 followed a suborbital trajectory and performed a controlled descent, landing vertically in the Indian Ocean. Unlike previous flights, this landing showcased only minor fires during the live stream. Even though the booster was damaged, salvaging its parts, especially the Raptor engines, can still bring significant benefits to SpaceX. Each Raptor 2 engine costs approximately $2 million to produce. With the Super Heavy booster equipped with 33 Raptor engines, the total cost for the engines alone is around $66 million. Recovering even a few engines in good condition could save SpaceX millions of dollars in manufacturing costs. Even if the engines are not fully reusable, parts like the combustion chambers, turbopumps, or nozzles could be refurbished and reused in future tests. For example, if SpaceX manages to recover and reuse just 5 engines from this booster, they could save $10 million in new production costs. Beyond cost savings, SpaceX values the data obtained from these recovered parts even more. The engines endure extreme conditions during launch, re-entry, and landing, and analyzing the wear and tear on them provides critical insights for improving their design. For instance, engineers can study how the engines performed under high-temperature and high-pressure environments and identify any weak points that need to be addressed. This mission showed that SpaceX has made big improvements in its rocket design. The landing caused only small fires, which was a big improvement compared to earlier tests. However, Musk later explained that after the rocket landed, it tipped over in the water, causing the top part of the rocket to explode. This wasn't unexpected, as landing rockets in the ocean is very challenging. The lower part of S-31 might still be recoverable, but it will be harder to retrieve because the rocket landed far from SpaceX's main facilities. Even so, SpaceX may try to recover parts for further analysis. The good news is that the launch site at Starbase in Texas was not seriously damaged. The only reported problem was with a communication system on top of the launch tower, which SpaceX has already started repairing. Other important systems like the launch platform, water cooling system, and rocket catching equipment were not affected, meaning SpaceX can get ready for its next launch without much delay. SpaceX is actively preparing for its upcoming missions, with Booster 14 and Ship 33 undergoing significant preparations. Booster 14 is currently being integrated at the launch site, while Ship 33 is receiving its engines in anticipation of static fire tests. Looking ahead, Starship Flight Test 7 is slated for early 2025. This mission will feature Ship 33, the first Block 2 upper stage, paired with Booster 14, a Block 1 vehicle. A key objective of this flight is to deploy a payload, building upon the successful Raptor engine relight in space achieved during Flight 6. Musk has indicated that Flight 7 will conclude with a splashdown in the ocean, similar to the Flight 6. However, Flight 8 is expected to attempt a more ambitious recovery, aiming to catch both the Super Heavy booster and the Starship upper stage using the Mechazilla tower arms at the launch site. This maneuver is crucial for SpaceX's goal of full reusability, which is essential for reducing costs and increasing the frequency of launches. SpaceX is ambitiously planning to increase its Starship launch frequency to 400 missions per year over the next 4 years, aiming to surpass the current launch rate of the Falcon 9, which has achieved over 130 launches in 2024. The Starship system represents a significant advancement over the Falcon 9 in terms of payload capacity. While the Falcon 9 can deliver approximately 22,800 kilograms to low Earth orbit, the fully reusable Starship is designed to carry between 100,000 to 150,000 kilograms to low Earth orbit. This substantial increase in capacity enables more ambitious missions, including crewed lunar landings and potential voyages to Mars. That's all for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates on Starship and SpaceX's groundbreaking missions.